Illustration 6, page number 181 of financial accounting. This illustration is related to preparation of trading account. So, we'll read the question. Following are the ledger balances presented by Messrs. P. Sen as on 31st March 2013. What are there? They have given stock 1st April 2012, purchases, carriage inwards, wages, freight, sales, return inward, return outward, royalty on production, gas and fuel. They have given something additional information. Okay, what are the additional information? Stock as on 31st March 2013. Do you know this is 1st April 2012 and this is 31st March 2013, and our ledger balances as on 31st March 2013. From this we understand what their financial year is 1st April 2012 to 31st March 2013, that we are preparing, that we are concerned with right now. So this period, so this should be the opening and this should be the closing, correct? So they have said stock as on 31st March 2013, market price 24,000, cost price 20,000. As we understood that in AS2 it is said cost or market price or NRV, whichever is lower. So cost or NRV, whichever is lower. So cost is lower, so we will value the closing stock at cost price. Stock valued at 10,000 were destroyed by fire, and insurance company admitted the claim to the extent of 6,000. Goods purchased rupees 6,000 on 29th March 2013 but still lying in transit, not at all recorded in the books. Goods taken for the proprietor for his own use rupees 3,000. Outstanding wages amounted to rupees 4,000. Freight was paid in advance for rupees 1,000. Yes, this much only. So they have given this detail. They have said preparation of trading account. So we have to prepare trading account. So first we will see is all this additional information are impacting which ledger accounts which are shown in the table. Okay. So they have said closing stock. So closing stock is a separate line item. Stock valued at 10,000 were destroyed by fire and insurance company admitted the claim to the extent of 6,000. This will be impacting our closing stock because stock valued at 10,000 was destroyed by fire. So it should be either going out from our closing stock because it got destroyed, or it should be burnt from our purchases. Somewhere it will impact, right? Remember this. Next, goods purchased rupees 6,000 but still lying in transit, not at all recorded in books. It's not at all recorded in the books. Remember, goods taken for the proprietor for his own use. It's a drawings. He is taking out for his own purpose. It's drawings. So we have to remove it from here. Okay. Outstanding wages amounting rupees 4,000. So wages extra we have to book. Outstanding means still we have to pay these wages which are totally not booked yet, and we understood that as on 31st March that this extra wages are still outstanding to be paid. So fresh entry of this has to be passed as on the last day of the financial year. Freight paid in advance 1,000 means there was a freight which we have paid. Here it is shown in that 1,000 was not related to this period. Advance means what? It's not related to this period, it's of some other period. We are paid in advance. So freight and wages, understood? Now we will start. First, opening 10,000. So first understand which will come on debit and credit side, that we will sort it out. Stock opening, as we learnt, opening stock will be debit side of trading because these are expenses. Purchases, debit. Carriage inwards, debit. I am saying debit means trading debit side we are showing this. Debit. Wages, debit. Freight, debit. Sales, credit. Return inward. Return inward means what? It has come back to us. Okay, so we sold it and it came back, so it should be a sales return. So these are sales return, so we will reduce it from the sales return. Return outward means we returned it outside, means we purchased and we gave it away. So purchase returns it is. So this is purchase return. It should be reduced from purchases. Royalty on production expenses we are paying, and gas and fuel debit. Okay, start posting. So stock opening 10,000, we'll write stock. So we'll make first in the books of Messrs P Sen trading account for the year ended 31st March 2013. Debit, credit, particulars amount, rupees, amount. They have make it 2 columns because we have some workings to do on the figures. So they have made 2 columns of amount. So this is one debit side, particulars rupees. This is a credit side, particulars rupees. This is called inner column where we will do the workings, and this is the outer column. So inner column, outer column. It's depending on us. If we don't want to do inner column, we can show all this working as a working notes, separate working notes, or else you can show in the ledger itself the working. Okay, so we'll go stock opening, we did it, opening stock 10,000. So this is a ledger, so we'll start with 2, writing 2 opening stock 10,000. Next, purchases 1,60,000. Now in purchases, goods taken by the proprietor is there, goods, these all are workings there. So purchases has an adjustment. So I'll mark tick and I will put him in inner column. Purchases 1,60,000. Okay. Next, carriage inwards 10,000. So carriage inwards 10,000. Outer column, which doesn't have working, we are putting in outer column directly. Wages 30,000. Wages also, outstanding wages we have to adjust. So inner column 30,000 to wages. Okay. Next, freight 8,000 debit. It also has adjustments. Advance we have to adjust it. So inner column again. So to freight 8,000 in inner column. Sales 3 lakhs. So sales also has adjustments. We have to reduce return, sales returns and all. So inner column 3 lakhs. Return inwards, sales return 16,000. We'll reduce. Less return inwards 16,000. Return outwards 10,000. So less return outwards 10,000. Royalty on production 6,000. So royalty 6,000. So whatever on the debit side we'll put 2 and whatever on the credit side we'll start with buy. If you see, it's buy return, buy sales. Gas and fuel 2,000. So gas and fuel, gas and fuel 2,000. Okay. So whatever it was shown in the table above, we have completed it. This whole table we have we should not miss out any item. If we miss out, at the end we will be confused whether we are posted or not, and then we have to start again from the very beginning. So systematically you have to go. Each item should be posted, and whatever it is shown in this table is nothing but a trial balance. So whatever is shown in the trial balances, it will go in only one place. So we have posted them in trading account. Second, now we'll go to additional information. So what is it? Stock, closing stock they have given. We understood whichever is lower, so 20,000. So we'll write closing stock should be on the credit side. So by closing stock, inner column 20,000 because we have to adjust goods to stock destroyed and all. So inner column 20,000. Okay. This all additional information will have 2 impact. One, closing stock will come in trading account here. Another same figure we will be writing in balance sheet. But as we are not preparing the whole financial statement here, you will see only the one impact of it right now. Stock valued 10,000 were destroyed by fire. An insurance company admitted the claim to the extent of 6,000. So what has happened? I had a stock costing rupees 10,000 which got destroyed by fire. And insurance people gave me only 6,000. So I have suffered a loss of 4,000. Correct? So can I say I should remove the whole stock destroyed from my stock 10,000? Correct? I should take this 6,000 as my insurance people gave me, and I suffered a loss of 4,000. In a journal entry way, can you understand what it can happen? Bank, I received money of 6,000 because the insurance people gave me. I had suffered a loss by fire of 4,000. Correct? Loss is a debit. Why? Expenses, nominal account, expenses, debit all expenses and losses. It's a loss. So debit, loss by 4,000. Where this is going from? To stock, 10,000. Okay. So I reduced from 10,000 here. Correct? It will have two impacts. Here 10,000 goes away, 6,000 will hit to the bank, and another 4,000 will hit to your P&L account because it's a loss. It will go to your P&L account. Okay. Next. Goods purchased 6,000 on 29th March but still lying in transit. Not at all recorded in the books. So we have to book this 6,000 purchase. So add goods in transit 6,000. Okay. This will increase our creditors or cash, reduce our cash. Accordingly, we should give. Okay. Or else we can add it to the closing stock. Here they have added to the closing stock because it is goods in transit. We need not give the actual cash payment. Here they're silent about payments and all. They are just saying good in transit is not shown. So we will add it as a purchases and we'll say my stock it is. Actually it is not in my premises, but I own it. It is in transit. So I will add it to the closing stock. Okay. Next. Goods taken for the proprietor for his own use, 3,000. So goods is been taken. This entry will be purchases he is taking over. Purchases from purchases, he is taking some amount of goods for his purpose. So can I say purchases is an expense, it is debited. But when he is taking over, we have to reduce the purchases, we have to reduce our expenses. So I'll credit my purchases. Instead of debit, I credit purchase because my purchases are reducing. Because proprietor is taking out some purchases item, my expenses are reducing. And where it will go? It will go under something called drawings. Whenever from the business, proprietor means the owner takes away something, it will be shown as drawings. For his own use, if he takes, it is called drawings. So it is 3,000 drawings to purchase. So I will reduce less 3,000, and second impact will be in balance sheet will show drawings as less from capital 3,000, which we can't see here right now. Outstanding wages amounted rupees 4,000. We have to book these wages. So can I say wages, my expenses are increasing, debit. 2, it's an outstanding. I have not yet paid. So no bank and all. It's outstanding. So wages debit to outstanding wages. So wages debit means my wages will increase, add wages 4,000. And second impact will be in balance sheet liability side, I will show outstanding wages. Okay. Next. Freight was paid in advance 1,000. Freight was paid in advance means it's not related to this accounting period. It's already paid. Means whatever the freight is shown in here in trial balance 8,000, it includes 1,000 which is not related to this period. So we'll remove it from it. So I'll say from freight less prepaid 1,000. So this 1,000 will go as an asset in my balance sheet as prepaid freight 1,000. So 2 impacts like that we give. Okay, so we did all the and additional information. We took all the trial balance items. Everything is done. We'll close trading account. Before trading, all the figures in the inner column we will settle it and take it to the outer. Like purchases, all we will net off and take it to the outer column. Wages will net off and take it to the outer column. Freight will take and take it to the outer. Same way for sales, same way for closing stock. We'll net it and take it to the outer column. We should add less according to what we have decided and done. After doing this, we should total the debit side and we should total the credit side and see whichever is heavier. In this case, our credit side is heavier, which is 3,20,000, and debit side is lesser than that. So we are getting profit. So we'll call it as gross profit. It's a gross profit. So we'll write it to gross profit carried down. It's a balancing figure. I'm just writing this to understand that it is a balancing figure to make both sides tally at 3,20,000. Okay. So to gross profit carried down 98,000. Then we have to write the note for the necessary items where we have taken the stand. Like for stock, we said how we derived it, cost on market price, whichever is lower. Then we can show the working of the insurance, the claim admitted by the remaining loss which will not appear in trading. It will go to P&L account actually, but note for stock at least you should write as an indication that you know that AS2 speaks about it and you have taken according the valuation of AS2 and valued the closing stock accordingly.